Go to EA.com/careers.
EA.com/careers. Check out our world, check out our locations across the globe.
Shannon, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Have a great time.
I'm going to have an awesome time, and that's just one job that you can get in the games industry, but perhaps playing video games is the job you
3
want.
minutos.
That's right.
Tres
Playing the
minutillos, sí.
games.
Ahora
Playing
vuelvo.
the games way before they
Muy
even
bien.
come out. EA
Voy a
has
coger los
play
cascos
testing
también.
available for you. That's right. You can
subir
be
el
a
volumen.
gameplay tester. That means playing games months, sometimes years before they come out, and having the
Bueno, son
opportunity to
desastres.
help develop that game and make sure that it's the perfect game and the game you want it to be. Maybe you live in the United States, Canada, Sweden, Australia, London. EA has studios in all those locations that make it super easy for you to go to. So if you just go to EA.com/playtesting, you can find the perfect career path for you in testing video games. It sounds so amazing. You don't live in those areas? There's something in there for you too. Why? Because you can possibly test games from the comfort of your own home. You don't even need to leave the bed. You could just be hanging out in your jams, testing video games, giving your feedback, and helping how these video games are made. So once again, EA.com/playtesting. Go there, find out all the information. You'll make a couple of clicks here and there, and you too can be playtesting
Vamos, Ruben,
video
quedan 2
games
minutillos y
way
poco.
before they come out, and telling me what's coming out so I know all the secrets. Because who doesn't want to do that? I want to do that. So that's, again, playtesting. Go check it out. And now we're going to go ahead inside and see what Andrea's doing. I think she's busy. She looks a little too busy for me. But look at all those people in there sitting down, hanging out, getting ready for the show. EA Play is only a few minutes away. And that is what's happening inside the Palladium. But I want to learn a little bit more about the Palladium itself. And that's why I found my man Dylan right here. Dylan,
How you doing?
how you doing, brother?
All right.
Tell me about the Palladium. What is it about this venue that makes it so special and keeps EA coming back for each EA Play?
So the Palladium opened in 1940. The opening night, Frank Sinatra was an opener on the bill. And since
Not
then,
even the closer?
Not
Old
even the
Blue Eyes was the opener?
opening. So since then, about everyone's played here. Rolling Stones, Nirvana, Prince, Elton John, lately Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, Dave Chappelle filmed a special here. So about everything in between. And then last year, EA came in for the first time, transformed the parking lot, the venue, blew it up even more this year.
Vamos.
And so now we have this festival here with
Cogí un
gaming, music.
panfleto de sushi.
¿En serio un panfleto de sushi has cogido?
EA Play that excites you the most?
Este no es el mío.
I just like the transformation of the
Llámanos,
venue.
hombre.
We take over the whole
que no
block.
estamos.
Es muy caro. A
close
ver,
down
20
streets.
piezas, 18
There's
pavos.
thousands of people
¿Por qué?
that come through, have a good time. They have A-list
Una
talent that come
estafa.
and play concerts at night. It's a really
A
good
ver.
time.
YouTube.
Well, thank you so much, Dylan. I appreciate it.
Venga.
Thank you.
That's a little bit
Spamea
about the
por ahí, que
Palladium. And
lo vea
now,
mucha
let's head
gente.
inside,
Spamea por ahí.
check out the
Se
show.
lo estoy diciendo a la tele que ponga YouTube.
She told me to
Bueno,
rap.
yo de paso te lo digo, que spamees.
We're still going. Or not
Tú, que
rapping.
spamea.
We're still... I was lied to. Welcome to the Family Fun
Venga,
Zone, my
que no
friend.
queda-
This is where you can get all your real racing action on.
Ah, ¿no?
It may be a mobile game, but
Puedo pedir 2
say
menús.
perhaps you'd like to play a game in a race chair.
Pero
with
2
the
menús,
steering
¿cuántos son los
wheel.
menús?
There are 4 stages. Look at this guy.
9 o 10,
Stage.
depende.
I'm ready. I'm jumping in live.
Y eso es mejor
No
que pedir
pressure.
un
Put the
que
cameras
trae un
on.
menú. Pues te trae 12
There's a ball pit over here.
de sushi
There's food over here. We're going inside.
y
Let's
arroz
head
o...
inside and check out the show.
Bueno, ya estamos ahí. Wolfers 92. Un saludito desde aquí, hombre. Pasa abajo.
Pues buen vídeo promocional.
Tremendo, sí, tremendo.
Ahora saldrá Pelé o Mourinho. A ver si me lo pongo bien. Que lo tengo en el ordenador. Voy a poner la tele. Eso que se lancen, ¿no?
Hola, Wolfes 92.
Hola.
Puede ser el Anthem, sí.
Ah, es que he escuchado una voz de repente, digo...
Oh my gosh, how cool was that?
Me he quedado pillado.
So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play.
Comienza todo.
I'm Andrew
A ver qué
Renee.
pasa
And
aquí.
while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year
Plantas
it's going to be a
contra
lot of
zombies.
fun, you guys. I hope you're ready. Because we're about to kick
Si
the
no, no me
press
vale.
conference off.
El
But
Plantas
before
contra
we
Zombie
do
bonito.
that, EA Play is
Y
more
¿qué
than
más?
just
¿Qué
the
más?
show you're about to watch.
Los Sims se ahogan.
Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is
Los Sims ya no tienen
huge
escalera.
here. It's a full
La
3-day gaming
piscina.
festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over
Que no
the
sé por qué
world
esta
who
gente
are
hace
going
esto
to be
los sábados
capturing,
ahora. Bueno,
streaming,
llevan...
and getting their
No
first
sé, la verdad.
impressions of the games that we're going to be
El año
showing
pasado
off
cambiaron el horario.
But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course.
Menos
We're
Sony,
going to kick
Nintendo,
things
el
off
resto
with
las
a
han
look
cambiado.
at Battlefield 5 multiplayer.
Microsoft
Now, I know
no fue
Trevor
también
Noah gave you the
en-
first look. Yeah, we
final.
can clap it up.
El año pasado
Last
fue el
month, but we've got
primer
some
año
new
de
stuff to
Gracia en
show you
domingo.
today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA
Siempre hacía el
19,
lunes a las
and
6 o por ahí de la
boy, do
tarde,
they have
7.
some big news, you guys.
Por cierto, yo de inglés
Any
ni
World
papa,
Cup
así que
fans?
enterarme
You guys
voy a entrar
excited?
poco.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yo es que no la
awesome.
estoy escuchando, en verdad.
Then we've got two new
como
indie
todavía no
games
está
to
hablando de
share,
juegos.
and then I'm going to
No,
come
ya,
back
eso sí.
towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course,
Anthem.
yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me? Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show.
Me imagino que va a haber primero
So without
el,
further
el
ado,
Anthem.
let's get things started.
Hombre, ya va siendo hora que hablen bien de él.
No, del Battlefield.
Polémica al canto.
Bueno. Que le pongan una máscara a quien sale en la portada y ya está. Que vayan todos con máscaras. De todas maneras, vaya conferencia están haciendo si
Right, it's time to kick
no hay
this
ni un
thing off.
escenario.
It's
Es
been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what?
Es como los
It's been
escenarios de las
exciting,
ferias
it's
estas
been
que
a lot
hacen
of
aquí.
speculation and so many brilliant remixes
Han puesto unas
of the
sillas de
reveal
madera.
trailer. But
Han puesto ahí
there's also
algo,
been lots and lots of questions from the community.
algo montado
And
ahí.
we've heard you want to see more gameplay
Bueno, lo que ha dicho
innovations.
Anthem es que va a salir
We
al
wanna know
final,
how
no al principio.
customization actually works. We want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It
Bueno,
certainly
por lo que
is.
estoy viendo y que van a
You will be able
presentar
to
dos
dive and
indies.
smash through windows to surprise your enemies.
Decían era un Ravel 2.
Where previously defenses
No
were
estaría mal.
stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantage.
Toma, el remolque. Remolca.
And our renowned destruction system is back and more
Ya hace,
impactful
mira,
than
mira,
ever.
mira.
So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing it for you, as they rip through those buildings.
Será de la Segunda Guerra
You will
Mundial,
now
¿no?
be able to customize your soldiers,
Eso
your
parece,
vehicles,
que
and
te
your
diga, no me
weapons,
llama mucho la
not
atención.
only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about
Bueno.
our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war.
De todas maneras, se enrollan
We
demasiado
started
en
off
juegos que
by
ya se sabe
exclusive
que van a
looks
salir.
at, the
Eso es el
Nordlicht
pan de
war
cada
story
tres. Se van a enrollar
over
mucho y
at
lo
the
mismo
Xbox
dejan algo ahí
briefing
de...
tomorrow.
Y cuando empiecen los
So something
deportes,
not to miss tomorrow.
Cuando empiece el deporte me voy.
Our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go
Verá,
on
verá.
an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass. Every day will bring something new. And as part of that journey, after launch, you'll get something I know a lot of you have been asking for.
It's Royale. It's Royale reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those
Battle Royale ha dicho, me parece.
destruction, team play, vehicles.
Eso me pareció a mí hoy también, no jodas, tío. Todo con Battle Royale.
We will bring you an experience that you haven't played before.
Eso es lo que ha dicho.
In Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Estos juegos ya me cansan un poquito.
A ver, es más de lo mismo, pero... Pero no sé qué decirte, ¿eh?
Pero vamos, no van a enseñar gameplay, porque han dicho que va a salir en la de Microsoft.
Va a haber exclusividad. Sí, mira, exclusividad. O sea, la exclusiva la lleva ahí la lleva Microsoft.
FIFA.
¡FIFA! ¿Dónde están las pipas?
Madrid.
Esto sí que me cansan ya, yo lo siento. Por a quien le guste, y lo siento.
Era el Madrid y el otro que era Brasil.
Tu tens de continuar a acreditar.
No entiendo.
Esta é a tua oportunidade de te mostrares ao mundo. Tu és campeão.
Que no sé. Ah, es verdad, lo de la Champions, que habían comprado los derechos.
Estoy totalmente fuera de este tipo de juego, ¿no? Me retiro mucho.
Sí, era la novedad. Ahora pagarán 20 minutos de eso.
Bueno, se supone que ya iban a dejar de sacar FIFA, si iban a hacer, digamos, parches.
No, hubo un rumor que era que iba a salir, claro, y te hacen la chilena ahí. Iban a hacerlo como gratis, como free to play, pero nada.
Hombre, yo lo que vi, no free to play, sino que se iba a estancar en el 18 y luego simplemente iban a sacar, digamos, como parches con los plantillos y demás.
Sí, pero eso no vende. A ver quién sale este año.
Vende los FIFA Points, no vende otra cosa.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise. And you've been asking for this for a long time, and we are thrilled
Está diciendo que han metido la
and that's
Champions.
why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
And all that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul
Sale el
of FIFA
28
is
de
gameplay.
septiembre.
And this year we're giving you the
Qué raro,
tools
¿no?
to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to
Están
the
un
match to
pelín
each
antes que
technical
otros años, me
touch.
parece.
Sí, pero
And we
bueno,
know
septiembre es la fecha
how
de la FIFA.
passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. You know, growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy, the World Cup. And with the tournament
No sé
starting
por
in
qué
just
hablan de
5
esto
days, we're
ahora.
excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
Para perder tiempo. ¿Para
As
qué va
you
a
can
ser?
imagine, all of us
Sí,
on the
lo del
FIFA team
Mundial ya lo
can't
metieron.
wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which
Ya
is why
realmente no creo que
we
tenga
just
mucho.
updated the game
Va a
with a
tener,
free
pues,
World Cup experience
juego de deporte,
on
los
PlayStation
Sims,
4, Xbox One, PS, PC,
Plantas
and
contra
Nintendo
zombies.
Switch.
Ya lo verás.
But you can take
Oye, pues
Ronaldo
Plantas
and
contra zombies
Portugal
no
to
me
the first
disgusta, ¿eh?
World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't
A
qualify
ver, si
this year.
esto...
El
Or
Battlefield,
you can
y
make
yo
a
que sé, poquito
crazy
más.
dream a reality for your home country like mine, Iceland. Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify?
Oh, van a perder aquí 20 minutazos
And you can
rápido,
feel their
seguramente
excitement.
Sí,
con el FIFA.
todos aplaudiendo.
Apologies to any England fans in the room, that might still sting. And Lena isn't the only one who's excited.
La zona del jugador, muy buena,
players are
caballero, ¿qué
loving
tal?
the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World
Bueno,
Cup experience
somos
is available
pocos, pero
for a
que
free
están viendo por
trial
aquí
on
son buenos.
PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free. Yeah.
Se puede jugar
So
gratis
to kick
una
off the
demo.
trial, we've got some of the world's
Lo
biggest
siento, no me
creators
apetece.
who are going to be playing live at the end of the show,
Pero en
representing
Switch
their nations in a little
no
mini
aparece,
World Cup
aparece,
tournament.
aparece Play.
And this summer will bring
Tipo
so
sí,
much more for
Origin.
FIFA fans. Plenty of FIFA 18 content.
Lo único que
centered
han
around the
hecho
World Cup,
bueno, un tráiler
and we'll bring you all the
del
details on
Battlefield
FIFA
5,
19.
nada más.
But in the
Battlefield
meantime,
5, un tráiler de
let's all
él y
enjoy the World
ahora
Cup.
ya
Thank you,
FIFA.
and ¡Auf la
Lo
vista!
que toca FIFA. Pero de momento no han anunciado nada importante.
It is the big day on the biggest stage at the World Cup.
Bueno,
Good morning. EA Sports.
se acabó el FIFA.
19. You know, the
Se acabó
FIFA
FIFA.
community never rests.
Pues ahora queda el de NBA, el de fútbol americano,
Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions
el
League
de
and
hockey,
the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all.
bueno, el que suele ser aquí es el de fútbol americano, los demás no.
Los demás no creo, no sé, no suelo verlos. No recuerdo.
El de fútbol americano y el FIFA son los dos que suelen salir.
Excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on,
Bueno, también han dicho del Battlefield que no va a tener el Season Pass.
disruption to the consumption of
Pero eso ya estaba
entertainment
dicho,
media
creo.
in the last 5 years is the
No
combination
sabía.
of
Que hubiesen dicho que no iba a
streaming
tener Season
plus
Pass.
subscription.
Ni
As
cajas.
consumers, watching
Como llegue
movies,
caja realmente ya no.
watching TV, listening to music,
Cada vez
reading
lo
books
tienen menos
has
juegos. De que
never
pasó
been
aquello con el
easier.
Star Wars.
And we believe that
Que las cajas son
disruption
un
is
tongo
going to be
bien gordo,
have a
además.
profound impact on our industry.
Hombre, a mí me gustan, pero cuando no es algo exagerado.
Y menos si te jode la experiencia de juego.
Claro, en el Star Wars, por ejemplo, cambiaron y ahora es algo normal, te van saltando bien, pero al principio era imposible conseguir.
For many people, that's
¿Cómo?
going
¿FIFA
to
para el
mean
móvil?
extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms.
Está hablando de Origin,
It's going to mean new games and new modalities of play
Como
across
que-
a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean
Sí, tío,
playing
esperemos que sea
games
así, no metan Season
anywhere,
Pass y poco a poco vayan
anytime. So this week we've
nutriendo
got a tech
al
demo running.
juego de contenido,
all of
porque
our
si no,
games streaming in HD
es que
from
últimamente
the
nos sacan los
cloud
juegos
to
a medio
multiple
hacer.
devices
Me
that
dicen,
you'll be able
toma,
to try out for yourselves.
para que te engatuses y
Now,
luego
it's
paga el
not
Season
quite
Pass.
ready for full
Así no,
market
hombre, así no.
prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premier. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on
Origin
the
Access
PC for the
Premier.
first time in over a decade.
Bien.
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll
Y
be
lo que
many
está
more
diciendo,
titles
por
in
lo
the
que
years to come.
entiendo,
Second, you
No sé
get
por qué me ha dado a
access
mí
to the
entender
vault,
algo
our
parecido.
library of over 100
Llámamelo
games
quizás,
from
pero algo
EA
parecido
and
a
other
un...
publishers.
que es como un Netflix,
Efectivamente.
Later
que
this
todos
summer.
esos juegos los mete.
So that's a little later in the year.
¿Y que van a
but if
estar de
you want to
salida,
get
puede ser?
started right now and experience the
Eso no lo
benefits
sé,
and joys of
pero puede ser.
A ver
Come
si
in and
ya va a
play
querer
a free
hacer algo con
trial of
Microsoft.
Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Aquí lo veremos bien. Una suscripción.
Eso es por delante, la suscripción por delante.
El zombie. Pero ese es el 2. Esos son todos juegos que han salido, o los que ya han enseñado. Titanfall. Eso realmente ya existe.
Ya lo
Hasta
sé.
que yo creo que van a hacer una suscripción más cara, será.
Más cara metiéndolo de salida, seguro. Porque la Origin Access ya existe.
Hey everybody, what's up? So I'm here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that meta on PC, right? Yeah! So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
I hope so. So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits? No?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
Yeah.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Bueno, esto parece que puede tener mejor pinta, ¿no?
My name is Dennis. I work at DICE.
Que iba a enseñar un juego,
Star
decía.
Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy.
Aunque bueno, si sale Battlefront 2, algo será DLC.
Quitamos las cajas, pero metemos DLCs.
O a lo mejor es algo de la historia, o bueno, que la historia tampoco, yo ni me la pasé. O ahí salen cromos.
Salen cartitas, sí.
So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And thank you. It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes,
A base de pago, imagino, ¿no?
So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new Starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have
como 10 segundos y están repitiendo todo el rato.
villains and planets from
Eso me
a
recuerda
certain
a algo, no sé
era
por
that
qué.
features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
No lo entendió muy bien. Este año
Sí, de Clone Wars. Lo único que he entendido yo.
ha dicho que este año va a añadir no sé qué, pero no. Que ahora muy deprisa.
So let's talk about the heroes and villains.
Así me entero.
Let me introduce the most powerful
Grievous.
droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the
Eso está
galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my
Añade.
own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan. De verdad que no
Finally
salía.
making his debut in Battlefront after all these years.
Bueno, si solo salía Luke.
But we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and
Bueno,
leader
Yoda
of
y
the
Rey,
Separatist
pero-
Alliance, Count
Hostia,
Dooku.
ahora que caigo los de así que podían dar un poquito de pelotazo con Dragon Age, ¿no?
Sí, eso decía la gente, pero eso está desaparecido, o decían en Death
Hombre,
Space.
el último no es tan viejo.
Team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool
En
things.
Death Space,
EA and
y tiene otro
DICE
estudio.
are committed to
Bueno,
Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really
Pero con
think
esto
that
nunca
this game
sabes si van a
has a
decir
bright
juego.
future.
Bueno, el estudio de 10 Space
Thank you
lo
very
tumbaron,
much
creo.
for playing the game, providing us
Sí,
with your feedback,
pero decían
talking to
que iban a
us.
seguir
Together,
haciendo o
we
algo
will
de
make
eso
this
con Computer
the
Studio.
greatest game that we can
Si lo
possibly
hace otro ya
build.
no
There
no
would
merece
be
la
no
pena.
Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
Vaya, amigo, vaya.
Bueno. ¿Esto qué es?
¿Un barco? Otro sí. Ah, coño, mira.
Y un Rebel 2, como se había filtrado.
Este sí me llama la atención.
Se ha ahogado.
No puede ahogarse, es lana. Fechas.
Hi, it's really good to see you.
Además, estos juegos que está bien, pero suele ser muy parecido con las precuelas. A ver si lo cambian un poquito.
And the bonds between people.
Pero al 1 no te creas
In
que
our
le
new
mucho,
game,
Lo juego un poquillo, no.
We tear that
No
bond
sé,
up
nada.
right
Es
at the
gracioso.
start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find
Ah, que ahora
peace,
tiene un amiguito.
and you form a new bond.
Que es el tren
Your
azul.
spark
Bueno,
is
azul.
rekindled.
Claro,
and
ya
it
lo
leads
harán
you off
multijugador.
on an adventure. So
Ahora están
welcome
conectados.
to Unravel 2.
Mira, este me llama.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend, but there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together to get through this adventure. This game, it's quite different from the first. It's
Que van los dos sí o
friendlier
sí juntos.
and
Sí,
more
es el
challenging.
mismo
But
ovillo, por
above
así
all,
decirlo.
it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor.
Pero entonces será multi sí
I
o
want to
sí.
show it to you now.
Bueno,
So
serlo
I
lo
brought
será,
some
pero...
help. So please
No
welcome
tendrá la opción
Michael to the
de
stage.
single player.
It's a producer at Coldwood.
Supongo que sí. Ah, mira, van a jugar.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
Bueno, no lo ha dejado ni hablar. Se ha quedado con las ganas.
So this wasn't prepared.
Pues
There we are.
ha habido un fallo ahí.
Sí, algo ha pasado.
Y se
So
ve
when you're
como muy
playing it
mal
by
ahora,
yourself,
¿no?
you can essentially pick
¿Eh?
up
Ah,
every
mira, que
character
cuando
and
juegas
carry them
solo
along through the more
se convierte en
fast-paced
Spider-Man.
segments of the game. And we actually tried to include a bit more of those because we figured that since it's a co-op game, we wanted
le
to
picotea.
have more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments, places that were like fun and
Claro, porque
exciting.
es de lana. Es Spider-Man de lana.
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving,
Claro, si
you can
juegan
split
dos.
apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters.
No, pero está
Because
jugando uno, creo,
that's
¿eh?
how we've
Sí,
essentially
sí.
designed all the problems
Tienes que
puzzles of
hacer
the game,
ahí-
that you're always working together and helping each
Sí o
other
sí vas a
out
tener
and
que llevar a los dos
utilizing this bond
dos
between you
muñecos.
to overcome any obstacle that you come
Mira si
across.
se paran. Pues
No están separados, ¿no?
So I guess I'll jump in at this.
No.
Come join me. So I'm
no,
going to be the red
no se
red
veía.
one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Es un poquito oscuro, ¿no?
A little celebratory flip there.
Se ve raro.
Que cuando lo han tocado, no sé qué ha pasado, que se ha empezado
And the bird is back.
a ver peor. Ha bajado como la resolución.
Playing it safely now. Oops. I'll swing. All right. Nice. And I'll catch you. There you go. Can I swing now? Okay, you go ahead. So here it goes. Oh. Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can do it.
No sé por qué me está recordando un poco al Castle of Illusion de Mega Drive.
Oh, very nice.
Cuando te iban se iban ayudando el uno al otro.
Sí. Pasa que va el pavo persiguiéndole.
Well done. Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. You can. I'll sneak up here. Okay, your turn.
Yeah, look at me.
There you go. Keep him over to the left. Now I'll go.
Pero esto es para jugar dos. Esto
para
uno se hace muy pesado.
Sí, se hace monótono y repetitivo, diría yo.
Tienes que hacer 2 veces lo mismo todo el rato.
Now we can breathe again.
Yeah, finally.
Or can we?
Hasta los puzzles hechos por los puzzles, las cositas hechas para dos.
Pobrecillo.
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
Unravel 2. Bueno.
Yeah, I really hope you like it.
Llama la atención.
Before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
A ver ahora qué toca. Ah, bueno, que es el...
¿Ya se ha acabado?
No, la conferencia no.
No, hombre, ya imagino.
Esto es el tráiler.
¿Y te juegues solo o con un amigo?
Sí.
Pero solo lo veo eso bastante...
Claro, está pensado para dos.
Sí, repetir las cosas tú 2 veces y te vas a aburrir el juego. O es muy corto y no pasa rápido.
Es como qué juego era que también pasaba lo mismo. Es que hay más de uno.
Sí, hay más de uno de este estilo.
El Chariot mismamente, Chariot.
No sé cuál dices.
Ese que llevas un carrito, que acaba de salir en Switch.
Ah, vale.
Que lleva ya años. Es igual, puedo jugar solo, pero hecho para jugar cooperativo.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood.
También el Triple Heroes de 3DS.
These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion.
Coñazo.
And I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these 2 Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
¿Ha dicho que el juego está hoy o...?
So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we
Bueno, a lo
started
mejor no, debe ser que lo pueden probar allí.
to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and A Way Out.
A Way
And I
Out?
think we all kind of remember that. And you might
Tengo
even
que terminarlo,
remember him from the Game Awards as well.
Sí,
I think
pero
I
tendrá un
did.
DLC o algo.
Anyhow, in March, that game caught
Ah, vale,
fire.
Star Wars ya sé lo que han
It's-
dicho. Van a
it's
sacar un
innovative,
Star Wars por el año que
it's
viene.
fun,
Pues decía
and it's something fresh
algo
and
de
new,
basado en las
and you
películas y
all
tal.
loved it. We saw over 2 million players
Y lo de
in the
Lea
first 2 weeks.
haces...
And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his
Tiene
team
que ser eso.
are expanding.
Lo de Lea haces es que puedes jugar desde el día 1
So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams.
Que solo es para PC por ahora.
Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Jomai Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we've ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Jomai Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Este será uno de los indies.
Se sacarán alguno que otro.
Thank you, Patrick. I still remember,
Yo creo que está diciendo que era de los creadores del otro.
how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that
Y creo que ya está
afterwards,
disponible
like, our
en Rebel
whole
2,
team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
Claro, es que eso es lo que he entendido yo. Sí, mira, ya está. Claro, es que lo que había dicho era, ya está desde 9 de hoy y tal.
We are Jomai,
Lo que no sé dónde está disponible, pero sí, dicen que sí.
En digital.
and we are
En todo.
developing Sea of Solitude, or
PC y consolas.
SOS, as we call it.
Ya está en digital,
The
¿no?
whole journey from the very first concept
Sí,
to
solo,
actually
no sé por qué me había parecido algo
part
similar.
of EA Originals is simply amazing. Let me tell you more about our game. When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this
es un indie,
underlying concept
pero a ver si
so
enseñan un
important
poquito.
and so unique is that
Sería como una barca y un monstruo.
Pero muy básico.
somehow relate to
Un indie
or
muy básico.
remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art.
Está un poco rara esta mujer, ¿no?
How, like, the
Ha
concept
entrado
seems to just
riéndose
flow
ya
out of
sola.
me, like, right into the hand and onto the paper. I think
Y que se
this is
queda como
also why
pillada
so many
hablando.
people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but
a ver qué es
also
esto
how outsiders,
del barco.
friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways, so that players
Esta es la típica historia
who wants to
de una
simply
ciudad
enjoy a fantastic experience
inundada,
can do
parece.
so. But
Una barquita, sí.
player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy.
Está contando un poquito
This is what being human is all about. And that's
la
what our
premisa y tal.
game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real?
¿Qué?
This world that I live in is empty and cold.
Pasa que se están poniendo muy de moda este tipo de juegos.
And tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune son. I've just chased you
De
so
rollo Air, ¿no?
long now. I'm too weak to run.
Sí. Imagino que no hablarán.
Is here, but nothing
El Rhyme a mí me gustó mucho, la verdad.
El año que viene. NBA.
But I'm not the only one. We are the one. We can shut you down and we can put you on an island. Crossover. Gather. Game.
Pero esto no es... ¿Este es el NBA Live?
O... Un underground o algo de eso.
Pues este sí puede molar. No, pero este sí es el Live. Lo que pasa yo creo que es el... que tiene algún modo.
De todos modos, los NBA Live, los últimos tienen un modo así un poco más underground, que estás ahí en las canchas fuera o algo así.
Ni idea, ¿no?
De fútbol me gusta, lo de baloncesto no lo sé.
Pueden hacer un underground, eso sí mola.
Como los FIFA Street, ¿no? Eso sí que me acuerdo yo que le echaba a los FIFA Street.
Algo así podrían hacer. Sí, es el like, se notaba cuando empezaba a salir.
Que no hablen de él, ¿eh? Que pase al siguiente.
Bueno, ahora dan un recopilatorio de todo lo de deporte, me imagino. De fútbol americano.
He's been stuck at the quarterfinals. And here he is now in his first championship game, looking to accomplish a goal.
3rd and 4, throws it low. T.Y. drops it.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead.
40-19.
I hate losing way more than I love winning.
Oh, we have an incredible matchup. It's a rematch. Touchdown, Kev.
No me llaman nada, tío. No me llaman nada.
Kev is gonna be your champion. Can I play you again?
You want to get smacked again on TV? Madden 18 champion.
A ver, a mí sí me gustan, pero... bueno, de vez en cuando.
¿El Madden?
Y si de salida costase cada juego de esto en plan 20, 25 euros, pues me compraría algún FIFA o algo, pero es que no... duele gastarse lo que cuesta. Y luego cuando ya está barato, ya los tienes en el EA Access o algo de eso, así que...
En el EA Access lleva un montón ya, creo, digo, el 17 lleva tiempo, el 18 no sé si estará.
Sí, claro, el 17, sí, lo suelen poner en...
a mitad de año, más o menos.
Sí, sobre marzo, abril. Sí, yo creo que sí está, no me he fijado, pero seguro que está ya.
I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball, I hurt my arm. So then I picked up Madden, and at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow, okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's #1. #2, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for
Al
you?
final esto da mucha pasta y tienen que hablar de ello.
It's been tough. I've had a lot of devastating losses. I've been so close so many times. I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome.
No sé.
El FIFA 18 no está, pero el NBA y el Madden 18 sí que están.
Qué raro, güey, siempre lo metían.
Sí, es raro.
No sé, a lo mejor con el rollo del mundial.
Igual por eso lo empezó
un poco más.
Pero que es el Madden 18, el NHL 18. Y está hasta el Need for Speed, el Payback.
Sí, se meten todos. Sí. Y el Star Wars, pues también lo meterán en algún momento. Estos molan, pero hay que saber jugarlos.
Yo probé el NHL y no tenía narices a jugarlo,
Yo me enganché unas semanas a uno hace unos años y bueno, pero es que no sabía jugar bien.
Tiene mucha tela estos juegos.
And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all.
Los de rugby son más divertidos porque son más rápidos que este es más táctico todavía. En el de rugby no se para tanto juego como este.
So, you were in their position.
Corre, avanza una yarda.
Would you let the moment define you? Or will you define the moment?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match.
Yo creo que tendrán que decir algo del mínimo de lance.
Sure thing.
Sí, lo que han dicho al principio, que va a ser el último del que hable.
No sé si querrán alguna sorpresita, no sé si querrán dejarla. Pero poco tiene ya.
The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the
Este que es el de construcción.
Esto es esto es de estrategia.
Sí, pero ¿cuál es? Lo habrá dicho y ni me he enterado.
Puede ser.
That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's
El
get
estilo
to
de
this match.
los Tower Defense o algo así, ¿no?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome
No, es de
matchup
estrategia,
lined up for you
parece.
here
Pues de
today.
StarCraft.
Fighting for the
Los
blue
Tower
side
Defense
of the
tienen
room. If you
estrategia.
could please
Son
give a
estratégicos.
cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control. Yes.
Bien.
Bien, ¿quién es?
Pasa, como no sea un Command and Conquer,
His opponent fighting for the red side of the room. A competitive
Pero no me
mobile gaming
recordaba.
phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night. Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to kick
Here we go.
this off. As the players' bases have been deployed.
Esto de móvil, ¿no?
Begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a
La pinta la
harvester to
tiene.
start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Estaban jugando.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to
Pues
reset
nada.
a little bit first.
A mí todo lo que sea de móvil no.
That In Control is going for
Bueno,
the top
pinta
side.
divertido,
Also
pero
very
vamos.
important as
Es que es lo de
Nick Knight's
siempre.
forces have
Que
to
todos
circle
estos
around
juegos
the
son
center.
iguales.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? Looks like he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Yep. Nick and Knight with some attack bikes in the top. There he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top
Yeah,
right
me
side to
dormito.
help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base.
Bueno,
The most
algo
important
menos
objective
aburrida que
now
la
is
del
to
año
hold
pasado
those
está siendo,
control
pero
zones.
vamos.
Right. And In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great
Pero porque
job
no han
holding
hablado
that down
mucho
with
de
the
los de
turret. And now
deporte.
he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger and more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help
There it is.
flank
Putting
those
some
flamethrowers.
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing halfway now.
Oh,
Both
there it is.
two zones
Okay.
in control of Nick at Night. He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Let's see if In Control can get around to that top corner, able to halt that missile. He does contest the missile, putting it into the yellow position.
Yeah, very important, of course, blocking the pathing of those units is another big factor for this strategy. Holding those locations is so crucial as In Control begins to secure the northwest spot. Another tank's going to come out from Nick at Night to take it out, but now he's bringing out the Pitbull as well to help lock down that north position.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
With another turret, In Control flanks, he takes the top, that missile, and that fires.
¿Dónde va? Vaya pelotazo la metí.
One shot away from being knocked out here, as the next one will start to ready up in just a moment's time. In Control's very heavy artillery force is doing a great job at taking control of the map.
¿Cómo le tiene? Pillado. Ahora le va a quitar la base.
As more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters of course very important to protect those as your economy allows you to get these big late game units. The units are going to come out a bit more slowly.
Ya son fuertes tenías, pero que para móviles.
But In Control just spreading his forces out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had.
Está como saliendo el misil.
Is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
Y cuando sale como que lo lanzan. Mira con el lanzallamas, qué maravilla. Un lanzallamas contra un tanque. Mira que está remontando el rojo.
Está remontando, si la base de azul está llena.
No, porque mira, el misil rojo. Ahora mismo el azul está contra las cuerdas.
De hecho no veo el misil azul.
Pasa que ahora ha creado un robot. Es duro. Pasa que se va a comer un misilazo el azul. Toma. ¡Pum!
O sea, ¿en serio están dedicando tanto tiempo a un juego de móvil?
Bueno, están echando una partida.
Presence and now also harassing the economy of
there he is. Yep. Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the board. If In Control can get this in position, he's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit.
Wow.
Mira, al final va a ganar el azul. Estaba el otro remontando.
Sí.
Como no llegue la nave, le gana. Mira, le va a ganar. ¡Hala! Adiós. ¡Pum! Victory, hombre, Victory sí o sí, porque uno de los dos gana, ¿no?
Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
Any thoughts?
Creía que estaban mostrando la pantalla del azul.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
No sé, hay muchos juegos de estos iguales, molan, pero es que hay demasiados ya.
A ver, si es que ya se puede innovar mucho.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command & Conquer Rivals.
Command & Conquer.
Sí, era, se lo habían dicho al principio, me parece, ¿no?
We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies.
No sé si lo han dicho, no me he enterado.
Competitive head-to-head matches.
A lo mejor no, pero vamos. Me dolía, siendo de EA.
Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices. But I'm excited to announce that Android players.
Espérate, que me parece que vale 60 € en un Rival.
So head to the Google Play Store.
Perdón.
Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having
voy a mirarlo ahora mismo.
And we can't wait for you to play. Please
Espero que no se me líe aquí.
Thank you.
Joder, mierda. Casi la lío un poco. A ver. Joder. He tenido dos cagadas ahí gordas.
Command & Conquer for a
También
new
está disponible
generation.
por lo que estoy viendo.
Now, before we close the show with a spectacular epic anthem, I wanted to share a few final things.
¿Cómo puede ser que cueste 60 euros?
To be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on.
Estará en la web de Origin de un River.
You feel you are treated fairly, that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play.
A mí no sale en las torres
Every
tampoco.
moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance
a
your
lo
life.
mejor es un fake lo de los 60 euros.
And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at it.
Y ahora me voy. Y viene otro.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos.
¿Esto qué es? A ver.
Altering.
Esta vez el Recore.
Pero con mejores gráficos.
The anthem is all
Recore 2.
Nada, la página de EA solo está el Unravel 1.
O Titanfall. Esto es un Titanfall. Titanfall 3.
¿Qué van a ir a Titanfall por cada medio año?
No, hombre, hace ya... O este es el Anthem. No, este es el Anthem.
Este ya se ha visto de Anthem.
Es que son tan...
O sea, que me está diciendo que el Anthem es una mezcla entre el Record y el Titanfall.
No, al principio parecía, aunque bueno, me extrañaba lo del Record. El Titanfall sí, pero...
El Record no creo que saquen nada más. Después de lo que ha pasado, no creo que saquen nada más.
Que se parece mucho al Titanfall. Lo que pasa es que es con monstruos. No sé.
Pues siguen enseñando mucho, ¿eh?
Lo van a enseñar en la de Microsoft. No, eso era el Battlefield. Es que no lo sé. Yo no sé este juego que llama tanto la atención. Si es que
llama,
pero... Es lo mismo. Es muy Titanfall.
Sí, pero más que enfoca al online.
How cool was that trailer?
Creo que es al offline.
You guys have seen it a couple of times, and it's still cool every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today.
Pues me parece que con esto se acaba la conferencia.
Sí, lo dijeron antes, a no ser que quieran dar un pelotacillo al final, que no tienen tampoco mucho.
No creo.
Dijeron que con esto se acababa así.
Career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans, so it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on the side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas.
No van a sacar un Dragon
Age. You can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we try to do with Anthem. So we call Our World, My Story. So when you're out in the open world,
tiene que estar costando una pasta.
Really dangerous, and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, what's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus.
Vuelos y cosas así.
And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action.
Vuelos y los propulsores y las cosas me dejan de gustar, la verdad.
And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when, from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the anthem of creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe in.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property or IP, as we've been saying. Now, you know, we've seen all these different creatures and Mark mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. You know, and really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, you know, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage it, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is, we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now, too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're going to take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from @It'sSweetNicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means no ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest.
Sí, el Unravel 1 está bastante chulo, pero el 2, el tema que tiene es el llevar siempre los dos. Tiene que llevar siempre los dos muñecos. O sea, si no lo juegas solo, se te puede hacer un poquito pesado, diría yo, no sé.
You want to get a few people together of different classes, so
pero sí, hombre, tiene buena pinta,
the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay, if we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat, and then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because the Slate Tones wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
Claro, el Ravel 2 para cooperativo yo creo que va a ser tremendo, va a estar tremendo. Entonces lo tendré para ver si alguien lo juega conmigo. Yo tiro por ahí información, si alguien quiere jugarlo conmigo, aquí estoy dispuesto.
So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this, by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah? You guys want that? All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
A ver, macho.
A ver, el trailer y se acabó.
Sí, eso tiene pinta. Esto está llegando al final.
Freelancer, time to get to work. Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
¿Pero esto es trailer o es gameplay ya?
Es una mezcla.
Pero esto es gameplay.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby.
Esto sí.
Take a look around the area, but
al principio era parecido a otra cosa.
Right. Checking out the Scar camp some more.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly. There's a Shaper relic. Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Tirón, ¿no?
Bueno.
¿Soy yo o está pegando tirones?
Y me va bien.
A mí se me está petando. Ahora será algo temporal.
It's gone silent. Disaster averted. Do you think we can get a bonus for... Wait, something's happening.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your position. On the plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it, and we should find the source.
Anthem. Y se acabó esto, ¿no?
Pues me ha dejado más o menos así, ¿no?
How cool was that? I'm so hyped, you guys.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
So mark your calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire BioWare team. I know you guys had that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there.
All right.
Give it up for Casey Hudson, everybody. I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it, I get it. So, I want to let you guys know that the stream's done because in just a few moments, FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
El remix.
De momento, a lo mejor yo creo que el Raven, ¿eh? El Raven.
Sí, o bueno, más.
O el indie este, el Sea of no sé qué.
No había nada más nuevo. Una cosilla por ahí, vamos, otra cosa.
Battlefield 5.
Battlefield, deportes, lo de Star Wars.
Star Wars nada, no me interesa.
Y ya.
Deporte no me interesa.
Se acabó.
Sí, tiene toda la pinta.
Hi guys, my name is True
Sí,
Boy.
se ha acabado, esto ya no es.
Now, I know the FIFA 19 was exciting. We saw that trailer. Champions League is coming to FIFA for the first time ever, but the World Cup is 5 days away. So what we decided to do is to have a tournament with some national teams: England, Mexico, Germany, and the USA, and decide who will be the champions of the Creators Cup. And I'm not alone. We got some special guests. First one, Republic of Ireland International, David Myler. How you doing, buddy?
I'm very good, thanks, Stu. How are you?
I'm doing great. I know you didn't qualify for the World Cup with Ireland, but how have you been enjoying?
Pues yo no espero nada, pero bueno.
O me dan una alegría o la Xbox la guardo y todo.
Creo que estos años no creo.
Estos años se enfoca mucho al Season Pass. Oye, Season Pass al... ¿Cómo se llama esto? ¿Cómo?
A la Xbox X y al...
There's already smack talk going around. We're going to go right into the game, but first up on the USA side, we're going to have Lil Yachty, a.k.a. Lil Bo. How you doing?
No le hacen, no.
Es que no sé por qué tengo le haces en la cabeza y no se me va de ahí.
El Game Pass.
El Game Pass. Se ha enfocado mucho en Game Pass y no sé. A ver qué sacan este año. Digo, yo creo que va a salir algo bueno.
Veremos.
Poco más, porque esta conferencia no da mucho,
Estos que van a jugar al FIFA o
al Madden. Tiene más pinta de jugar al Madden.
No sé yo.
Hola. YouTube, Instagram, you name it.
Don't forget Netflix.
Pues bueno, esto lo vamos a cortar por aquí, ¿no?
Sí.
La mañana seguiremos con la de Microsoft y esa sí que la alargamos un poquito más, creo yo.
La mañana Microsoft. Sí, pues dura 2 horas casi.
Sí, va a ser larga.
Demasiado larga, creo yo.
¿Cómo?
Demasiado larga, creo yo.
Sí, yo espero que le den caña, que den cosas buenas. Que si no... Pues muchas gracias a los que habéis estado por aquí. Mañana a las 9 o a las 10 es.
Mañana a las 10.
A las 10, pues a las 10 seguimos por aquí y veremos a ver qué tal.
¿A las 10 o a las 11? Ahora dudo.
10. 9 o 10 ahora.
No, 9 no. 10.
Pero creo que era a las 10.
9 segurísimo que no. Digo ahora mismo, lo tengo por aquí. A las 10.
A las 10, pues a las 10 estaremos por aquí.
Y a las 3 Bethesda.
I'm blue.
Who's blue on Mexico?
Oh no, don't worry about Mexico. Oh, that way, my bad.
Juanpa's blue, I'm green.
I'm blue, right?
Vamos, papá, vamos.
All right.
Vamos. 1, 2, 1, mándame.
Están súper emocionados. Estos son mexicanos.
Yo, they already got a foul.
Playing American football.
Yeah, this is soccer, not American football, you guys.
Go, do your thing.